Right, let me quickly share my screen. Okay, are you guys able to view my screen? Online guys? All right, thanks for confirming that, guys. Okay, so firstly, I want to thank you for joining this AWS demo session. So this is going to be our first session. And let me quickly introduce myself. So my name is Avinash Tipparthi, and I'm working as a specialist in cloud and infrastructure services, primarily on AWS. I have total 13 years of experience. So initial first 3 to 4 years, I worked as a Windows and VMware administrator. So then I moved to this AWS side from last 8 to 9 years onwards. I'm completely working on AWS only, right? And currently I'm working on full-time employee for one of the MNC. So base location is Hyderabad. And I have some certifications like AWS certified security specialist, solution architect associate, as well as professional sysaps administrator. And I do have certifications on GCP, Azure, Red Hat as well. If you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me on my LinkedIn profile. You can send a connection request, and you can verify where I actually work, what are the certifications I achieved, right? You can find all those things from my LinkedIn profile. Okay. And also one more thing to mention here, right? So I'm a AWS certified community builder. So you can even go to official AWS website and you can find information about so my LinkedIn and all. So just search for AWS Community Builder directory in Google. And once you go to this AWS Community Builders directory, you search for Avinash Reddy. Okay, so you see that here, Avinash Reddy Tipparthi, I'm into this cloud operations from 2003 onwards. Okay, so when you click on this, it automatically takes you to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so that's actually a program, right? Whoever sharing AWS knowledge, right? So AWS is recognizing them. So I was part of that program. Okay. So you can find all my certifications, all my previous experience, everything from my LinkedIn profile. You just search with my full name, like Avinash Tipparthi. You can find my LinkedIn profile here. Okay. All right. So that is about me. And before starting the session, I will give you some guidelines for a smooth session. So basically, as this is a demo session, we are not allowing you to unmute all the times, primarily online guys. So this is going to be an online classroom session. Simultaneously, I'm going to deal with online guys as well as classroom guys. Okay. So, if you have any doubts, I will give a question and answers window. Right. So during that window, we can discuss. I know you might have a lot of questions on this AWS, whether AWS suits me or not, what are the additional things required, right? So such type of lot of questions you might have. So what I did, I have summarized all that questions and I'm going to take you through all that questions at end of this session today itself. And obviously in a single session, it's difficult to cover all the things. So the regular topic itself will take around 2 to 3 hours answering all your questions. So we will take phase by phase, some today, some tomorrow, right? So you can join online as well as classroom. If coming here is not a big thing, you can even come down to classroom also. Okay. Right. And yeah, this unmuting part. So don't think I'm not going to allow you to talk during this entire course and all. You are allowed to discuss once batch is finalized, right? You are allowed to unmute at any time and we can discuss anything at any time. Okay. And whoever joins online, right, for doubt clarification and all, we have a dedicated Zoom link. We will share that. And also we have a Slack link. You will add it to the Slack also. So we can discuss all the things there. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. And if you have any regular questions, yeah, we will discuss at end of the session. And directly, I'm not going to jump to AWS today. So first 3 sessions, right? We are going to discuss about cloud computing only. We primarily discuss about cloud computing only. Once we are good with cloud computing part, so then yes, we will discuss about AWS. See, cloud computing is kind of a prerequisite to start with AWS. Okay. I hope you guys are clear with the things. Right. So firstly, we are going to discuss what exactly the cloud computing is. Then we will discuss what are the advantages and why everybody is going behind this cloud computing in recent times. So then, like, probably tomorrow we will discuss about service models, and then we will discuss about deployment models, right? Then we go to AWS, and always we will have a question and answers window. During that window, we will discuss all the things. And at end of the session, again, regular discussions. So first 45 minutes, completely technical discussions instead of regular discussions. Okay. So yeah, let's start with this technical thing. So what exactly this cloud computing is? Have you heard this cloud computing word in recent times? Yeah, please. So are you using this cloud computing? Are you guys using this cloud computing? Where and how you guys are using? Okay, Sagar mentioned email. Google Drive. Bhushan mentioned Google Drive, and Ruchika mentioned Dropbox. Classroom guys, you guys are nowhere using this cloud. Google Drive, okay. Business data, Google Drive, Netflix, right? See, we all are using this cloud services. We all are using cloud services, right? Knowingly or unknowingly. See, everybody have smartphones, right? If you have a smartphone, that means you're using cloud. How? If it is a Android mobile, Google account is definitely required, right? So an email is definitely required. What is an email? Are you storing all that emails in your mobile phone? No. Whatever this Google Drive, why we are using Google Drive? For data recovery, for data storage, primary purpose is the advantage is when something happens, right? So when something, if you're storing all your data in your laptop, whenever you're storing all your data in a laptop, if something happened to your laptop, what happens? Way back, we used to store in our CDs, right? So CD, then later DVD, then we got rewritable DVDs. We can format and we can write new data. So then we got pen drives. But now, are you guys really using pen drives in recent times? Very, very less, right? But at some point of time, you used heavily, if you recall, right? So if you want to share something, how you are sharing that file? Over the internet. So the file, see, very simple. If you are storing the data only in your laptop, something may happen to your laptop. Hardware issues may occur, or accidentally you may delete, or unknowingly you may format that entire drive, right? So you are going to lose your data. So in what you can do, you can simply have a copy in Google Drive. So even if any such type of issues occurred also, you can connect to Google Drive and you can restore the data. This we already know, we are doing it. So how it is directly linked to cloud? See, in this process, phone, laptop, everything is yours, right? So phone, laptop, everything is, keep it with you. Keep it with you. I'll take it. Right. Everything is managed by us only. Right. So, but this Google Drive, right? The server, the network, and everything, who is managing it? AWS, or if it is a Google Drive, Google is managing it. Right. So, when something happened to our laptop, only we are going to get affected with the laptop. Right. So, but when you're storing data, you are trusting that Google's network and you are recovering all data from that Google network. Primarily for data, high availability or fault tolerance or recovery purpose, we are using that Google Drive. So important thing is, we are not managing any servers. We are not creating any network. We are just creating an account with them and we are storing our data. So that is what simple example for this cloud computing, right? Netflix, Dropbox, OneDrive, right? Email services, these all comes under cloud computing only. And there is a definition for this word called cloud computing. Yeah, NIST, National Institute of Standard and Technology, that's an organization. They have given a definition for this cloud computing, right? So it looks like a complex one. I'm simplifying it with regular discussions only. I'm trying to simplify it now. So whenever you're using this Google Drive, right? So defaultly, when you create an account, you are going to get a 15 GB storage. We will get 15 GB storage, right? Is that the maximum we are going to get? Is that the maximum size you are going to get with Google Drive? No, that's you will get without additional cost for free. If you want to purchase, you can purchase 1 TB plan and 10 TB plans also available. You just test this, right? Just go to this drive.google.com. Just go to this drive.google.com and you can observe here total size is 15 GB. But I want more data. So then what I can do? I can click on get more storage, right? And this is my current plan. I want to go with 100 GB. Yeah, I can go with it. I want to go with 200 GB, 2 TB. Yeah. So, but it comes with some cost. For 1 month, they are giving for free. After that, every month I have to pay 650 rupees per month. Right. So, we do have an option to increase the size. But do I really always need to go with that increased size only? For example, for a month, I want this 100 GB storage. After a month, I don't require that 100 GB. What I can do? I can again come back to 15 GB, right? So technically, we call this as a elasticity. The technical terminology is elasticity. You know, rubber band has a elasticity. It has elasticity feature. What exactly that means? We can increase, we can decrease, right? Okay. So same way, storage, we can increase, we can decrease. Not only storage, server. You take a server, you can increase and you can decrease. You take a database, you can increase and you can decrease. So basically the infrastructure, this word we use multiple times for coming 3 to 4 days. Infrastructure word we use multiple times. What is this infrastructure means? Infrastructure means all the resources you require to deliver an application. See, you are simply using this Gmail and all, right? But you want to develop your own application. See, why, what all the software organizations will do? We have a number of the software companies, right? What all the software organization will do? They develop products, right? They develop products, they deliver service, right? So this product, I have a plan to develop a product. I have an idea to develop a product. To develop that product, I need to have some developers. I can pay some money, I can recruit some guys, and I can get some developers. Fine, developers, I purchase some laptops also. I given to my developers, they are started developing my application. My application is ready. Now a question, how I can share that application with the entire world? See, whatever application I develop, right? So that application is just like a Gmail only or just like a Instagram, right? I developed my own application by spending all my money. Now I want to make it available for everyone. And that application should always up and running. How we can do that? Server, exactly. We have to purchase servers. Who is giving the server? Right. So I have to contact with some vendors like IBM, HP, Dell, right? So they are going to give servers. When I pay money, they are going to give some servers. So I have to purchase a server. Where I have to keep the server? So I need to prepare a room also, server room, right? So the server should always up and running. Sometimes you might hear this word, server is down, server down. What exactly the server down means? The server, the computer we purchased and we are delivering the data, right? So that is not available to deliver any request. So now you need a place to place a server, and you need to have power connectivity to the server. You need to have network connectivity to the server. You need to, like, install an operating system also inside that server, right? You need to, like, have some database also. You need to have some security devices like a firewall and all to secure your data. So these all we require to deliver our application. Without any of these, without a server, without a network, without a database, we cannot deliver our application. These all required things only. So we first need to pay money as an upfront. We first need to pay money. We have to get all these resources. We have to build this data center or server room at least. Then whatever application my developers developed, then I can place that application on top of the server. I can deploy in the server. So then everybody is going to access my application. This is the process, right? To complete this process, I have to first purchase, I have to spend money. That's an important thing for organizations. End of the day, everybody is doing everything for money. Do you agree? Right. Organizations developing an application for money. Right. So we are learning this course to get a good job, to earn some money. Everything. So see, if I go with the process I explained, I have to spend more money. But with this cloud computing, right, I no need to spend that much money. Easily, quickly, right? I can host, I can launch a server, I can create a database, and I can deliver my application. So which one we prefer to go with? Obviously, where we can save some money, we go with that process. So with the cloud, we can go global in minutes. See, I can launch a server, I can install some web services inside that server, I can deliver a website within 5 minutes. And that web server can be accessible anywhere from the world. Do you believe this? I can deliver my website just within 5 minutes. It won't take not even 5 minutes. I can complete within 3 minutes only. Okay. See, if I want to go global, my application need to be available for everyone. I no need to follow this entire traditional process. Purchasing server, installing operating system, preparing server room, power connectivity, network connectivity, internet connectivity. These all things we are eliminating with the help of this cloud computing. Right. The logic is very simple. I'll give you one general life example. See, let's assume you are relocating to Bangalore. Let's assume you are relocating to Bangalore. You need a place to live. You have two options. One is staying in hotel. Second one, build your own house. Right. Which one is easy? Which one is quick? Building your own house is easy or staying in a hotel is easy? Staying in a hotel. Among these two, which one is pocket friendly? Building a house is pocket friendly or staying in a hotel pocket friendly? Pocket friendly means less cost. Building a house is less cost or staying in hotel less cost? Right. Whenever you're not sure how many days you're going to stay, see, even this house thing, right? So you have to spend huge amount, right? First, you have to spend at least 1 crore. So that 1 crore is huge. So what we can do, we can simply stay in a hotel. If our requirement is changing, again, I want to go to Chennai, I can simply go to Chennai by vacating that hotel. If it is my own house, what I can do? Bit difficult, right? So organizations not ready to build their own data centers, not ready to build their infrastructure, the word infrastructure, right? I'm not combining, I'm not mentioning this database servers and all. I'm simply mentioning it as infrastructure. Organizations are not ready to build their own infrastructures. Simply, they are depending on the service providers. AWS is a service provider. Azure is a service provider. GCP is a service provider. These three are top leaders, right? I will explain you why you need to learn only AWS later. Don't worry about that, right? So along with these three, we have Tencent Cloud, we have Oracle Cloud, we have IBM Cloud, we have Rackspace, we have Fujitsu. These are all cloud service providers only. We even have Alibaba Cloud also, right? So these all cloud service providers, all designed for same purpose, all delivering servers infrastructures only, right? So but support the cost, that plays some crucial role while we are picking a cloud service provider. Okay, so this NIST definition for this cloud computing is: cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous on-demand access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be provisioned and released with minimal management effort and no service provider interaction. Right. Looks complex like a Chinese movie, right? So, simple. Compare it with your Google Drive only. Compare it with your Google Drive example only. Okay. See, whatever Google Drive you have, you can access this Google Drive anywhere from the world. You can access it anywhere from the world. That's the first thing. Right? You can sit in your home network, you go to cyber cave, you go to different network, you can access your resources. So that is what ubiquitous means. Based on your convenience, you can access it. You want to access now, you want to access later, you want to access from your mobile, you want to access from your desktop, you want to access from a thin client, right? You have required convenient to access a service. Okay. And these services, right, whatever the storage we are getting, these storage on demandly we can access. So you hear this word on demand movie service. On demand service means it will be available. Even if you go to AWS screen, it will be available. Even if you are taking this Google Drive also, the required plans package is available here. But having this offer here doesn't mean I'm going to pay for it. Am I really paying for this, like, 100 GB plan now? I'm not really paying 100 GB plan. Okay. See, in my AWS account, I have lot of services here, right? These all services I'm not really using. I no need to pay for all these services. What actually service we are picking, what actually service you are using, that is what on demand means. You can pick and you can consume. See, whenever you go to hotel, that guy will give you menu, right? Are you going to pay for all items we have in that menu? Definitely no. So you can pick one item from that menu, you order and he is going to serve you. You pay for that item only. That is what on demand. On demandly, I am asking for this, you give it to me. Okay. So similar way, here in cloud computing also, on demandly, I want only one server, I can pick it. I want only one database. I can pick it and use it. So what actually we really required, we can pick and we can use it. So technically we call that as a on demand. Okay. Anywhere from the world we can access. Based on our convenient from the required devices, we can access. And what exactly service you really required, that also you can pick and you can access from this cloud service provider. Here we call them as a service providers. So right, we call them as a service provider. And okay, I'm mentioning we can provision on demandly, we can access what we can access. We can access network, we can access servers, we can access storage, application or services. These all things, right? You can access from cloud service provider. Again, here a small word, shared pool of configurable computing resources. What exactly the shared pool of means? So, there are some tenancy options. So tenancy, we have dedicated tenancy and shared tenancy. Okay. So dedicated tenancy means the resource won't share with any other customers. Under shared tenancy, multiple customers are going to use same resources. So have you used this quick rides or blah blah cars? You know blah blah car? Hey, a lot of blank faces. You never used blah blah cars? Or in your Ola Uber, we have Ola Share, Ola Pool, Uber Pool, Ola Share option, right? Right. So the car will be shared with another customer also. If you are under that Ola Share or Uber Pool, the car will be shared with another customer. It's not dedicated to you. But if you are booking under Ola Prime, right? In that scenario, it's completely dedicated to you. It won't share with any other customer. So similar way, I want a server. I want a server. I want to share that server with another customer, right? So the service provider will do that so we can save some money. If I don't want to share, I can go with the dedicated tenancy. So in this cloud computing, right? If you are okay to share your resources, the cost is going to be very, very less. But if we decided to not to share with anyone, we can choose that option as well. But here, whatever the network, server, storage, and everything you are going to get, these all resources, you can share. These all shareable resources. If required, you can share with another customers also. That is what exactly this shared pool of configurable computing resources means. Okay. And the resource creation and resource deletion is going to be very, very quick. I'll show you. I want a server. That server I want to upgrade. What is the process? I want to downgrade. What is the process? I'll explain you. To understand this elasticity. To explain you this rapid elasticity, I will launch a server. I will deliver a website and I will do that upgrade and downgrade option in some time. Okay. So, but the thing is, here in cloud computing, entire infrastructure we are getting from service provider. We no need to worry. They will worry about their high availability fault tolerances. You just pay money, you get the resource. Once you're done with your requirement, you delete the resources. That is what advantage of this cloud computing is. All right. So any questions for me, guys? Okay, what is ubiquitous means? So ubiquitous means the service will be available always. It can be accessible always. Right? Any questions from classroom on this cloud introduction? Any questions from online? In real time, how to server if applicable is there? I didn't understand that question completely, Raja. Okay, in real time, how to share server, right? So we no need to do any additional things. Whenever you're launching a server, right? Okay, I will show you. So whenever you are launching a server, whatever the configuration you are selecting here, don't worry. This is the first time everybody is observing the screen. So just to answer to that specific question, I'm showing you this. So if we want to share that, we can go here and we can click on share. So what AWS will do? AWS launch this server on a shared hardware. On that hardware, another server, another customer server also runs. I don't want to share. Then I can select dedicated. You see this. When I select dedicated, so AWS launch my server, but that server will not be shared, underlying hardware will not be shared with any other customers. Okay. So based on the option you selected here, it will be delivered, Raja. Is there any data breach? So definitely no. Why? Because I will show you the backend architecture as you mentioned something related to security, right? So I'm sharing that underlying hardware will be shared with multiple customers, right? So this is how exactly it will be shared. So first, this is a physical interface, customer 1 server, customer 2 server, customer N server. Same hardware is sharing with multiple customers here. But observe here, AWS managed firewall. And here you are getting an option to create your own firewall. And there is no communication between these two servers. Indirectly, they are using same hardware, but there is no direct communication. So there is no chances for data breach if we are going with this pool mechanism. All right. I hope that answers your question. If it is shared, will it be slow? Definitely no. Whatever the configuration you are selecting, you will get the configuration. Your server runs based on the configuration you selected. All right, Nikita. Ayush, will discuss the regular questions after some time, not now. Right. So now let's discuss about advantages. First advantage is on-demand self-service. See, while we are discussing cloud computing only, some of we already discussed. So what exactly is on-demand? Whatever we really require, we can go and pick it. Self-service. See, I want to create a server. I can go here, I can launch a server, I can use it. I want to store some data, just like a Google Drive. I can go to another service and I can upload all my data here. See, everything is available. See, we have 200 plus services available in AWS, but you are not going to get charged for all 200 services. You are going to get charged for the service you are picking. That's the first thing. And do you really need AWS help to create that server? No, you can do it yourself. Self-service. I can launch my server, I can create my server, I can use it. Right. So we really no need to depend on service provider for this resource creation. Okay. So that's the first advantage of cloud computing. Okay. And right. Another advantage is broad network access and high availability. See, sometime back we discussed that hotel example, right? Okay. See, let's assume you are the guy who is going to roam across multiple cities. So some days you are going to stay in Bangalore, some days you are going to stay in Chennai, some days in Kolkata. Are you going to build a house in all these three cities? How much money you need to spend? We are not Ambani's to have a house in every city, right? Okay. So, but I have a requirement, then what I can do? I can stay in hotel. So, but these hotel guys, say, if you're taking Taj hotels or any other hotels, they have hotels across all these cities I mentioned. Why? Their business is that. See, every day in our home, how much food we cook? Is it same that hotel also cooks? No, right? So why we are cooking only 2 cups in our home and hotel guy is cooking two quintals? Their business is that. So now this cloud service providers, right? So they are building data centers across the globe. If you are just taking AWS, just India, they have data center in Mumbai. Technically, we call it as a region. We have 3 data centers in Mumbai and 3 data centers here in Hyderabad. But that is not just end of their infra. They have small servers, small quantity, small number of servers in Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, Kolkata, New Delhi. See, just if you're taking India, they have footprints across all the areas, right? Such type of locations, right? You see here, we have around 28 to 30 regions available here. So we can create a server in Canada. We can create a server in Northern Virginia. We can create a server in Sydney by sitting here in Hyderabad. Why? How it is possible? All resources are available over the internet. And what AWS did? AWS already built data centers across all these cities. I'm simply creating an account with them and I'm going to launch a server there and I'm going to deliver it. For example, currently I'm working for a Canada-based project. But where I'm sitting? Sitting here in Hyderabad, right? So, but I can create a server there, I can launch a database there, I can store data there, so that application I'm working is completely for only Canada customers. Okay. So another application, it's only for Australia customers, right? So, but I no need to be in that location, right? But these all data centers available, I'm using the data center. So advantage of this cloud computing is broad network access. So the cloud service providers already build lot of data centers. They already build lot of data centers. We can simply go and pick it. And also we can achieve high availability. That is also an advantage. See, I can launch a server in Mumbai and I have a doubt, okay, if something happened to this Mumbai data center, I don't want to get affected, right? I don't want to get affected with that Mumbai outage. So what I can do? I can launch another server in any other region. I can keep it in standby, like we can configure routing policy, failover. When something happened to Mumbai, I'm going to send all my data to different region 1. So we have lot of AWS high availability architecture. If you are observing this, so what we are doing here, we are going to run our servers in multiple locations, right? Just observe this image. So I have web server here in one, this orange dot color is one availability zone. This is another availability zone, technically one data center and another data center. See, instead of having my server only in one data center, I'm creating servers in multiple data centers. So if one data center got affected, no issue. I can deliver my application from another data center also, right? So such type of high availability we can achieve easily. Why we are calling it as an advantage? If I want to build same thing on premise, I have to spend 2 times of my existing infrastructure. Double cost, right? So, but here it's less cost. So that's the reason it is also considered as an advantage here. Okay. Third one is resource pooling. Sometime back I have shown you that image, right? We can share resources with another customer, less cost. Even you no need to know who is that another customer is. Still you can share it. So that is what this resource pooling option is. So then rapid elasticity. Whatever the server we are going to create or network we are going to create or database we are going to create, we can easily upgrade or downgrade. Okay. So we can do within in a short time, we can upgrade or downgrade. I will show you now. Okay. I will launch a server. Again, observe one thing here. Whoever is sitting here, you all new to AWS, So just observe the outputs. Don't worry how exactly I performed. I'm launching a server now, right? I'm going to deliver a website. You observe how quickly I'm able to deliver a website. Okay. You observe how easily I'm able to perform upgrade and how easily I'm able to downgrade it. Observe these things. What option I'm selecting, you no need to worry now. Later in the course, I'm going to explain you all those things. I hope this point is clear. So quickly, I'm going to launch a server, AWS demo server, and that's it. I launched a server. I launched a server. I can get connected to it and I can start work on this server. Okay. So how much time it took to launch a server? 1 minute. Let's consider it as a 1 minute. Within a minute, I able to launch a server. And once it is up and running, I'm going to make it as a web server. Okay. 1 second. Again, I told you, don't worry what exactly I'm doing. Is it free? I will talk about that as well. But for your question, answer is yes. 12 months, it is free. I'm connecting to the server to make it as a web server. So I'm going to install some package. So now it become web server. This is the web page we can access anywhere from the world. You see this? Okay. Hardly it took 2 minutes. So we can access, if you type this IP address in your mobile browser, you can access this web page. See, it is delivering, just it is showing as it works, right? But instead of this, I want to deliver my custom data. Okay, that also we can do. Hi, welcome to AWS Avinash demo session. Is the web content I want to deliver, right? So now if you go here, if you give a refresh, you see this, it's delivering. This can be accessible across the globe. I'm posting this link in our chat box. Okay, I have shared the URL in our chat box. You just click on that link. You just click on that link and you will get this web page. Okay. So currently I launched a server. I made it as a web server. I'm able to deliver this web page. Okay. So we are able to do this very quickly. Now let's take a scenario. Currently, I have only 100 customers who is accessing this website. So the configuration I selected now. So the configuration we selected is T2 micro. So that is a small configuration. 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM we are going to get. Okay. I decided to upgrade it. I decided to upgrade this configuration. See, if you want to upgrade your laptop RAM, how much time it is going to take? What is the process if you want to upgrade? Get a new RAM. So then look for the slot and verify whether the hardware is compatible or not. See, if I gave you 64 GB RAM, can you install in your laptop? Will it support or not is a matter, right? If your motherboard don't support, you cannot install. Even if you install, what happened? You will get blue screen or dead screen errors, right? So it won't support. You cannot work on that. So you need to verify your hardware compatibility as the first thing. Then order a device. Then device will come. So then you can install the device. So obviously it is going to take at least 1 day, at least to go out and purchase and installing these things. But here observe how easily we can upgrade it. Firstly, as it comes under virtualization, we no need to worry about hardware compatibility issues. We don't get any such type of compatibility issues. From any configuration to any configuration, you can upgrade or you can downgrade. Okay. So now from this T2 micro, I want to upgrade. Let's assume we don't know what exactly is EC2 configurations. Search AWS EC2 instant types. Go here. AWS is going to give you complete list. Currently, my configuration is this T2 micro. 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM I'm going to get. I decided to upgrade it to 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM. So what configuration I need to select? T2 medium. Okay, remember this. Now I'm going to stop this server. Sorry? On the go, no, we cannot perform vertical scaling on the go. We can perform horizontal scaling. We have vertical scaling as well as horizontal scaling, right? So if you want to perform vertical scaling, yes, you have to stop the server. No, no need to. Whenever you're stopping, automatically the OS is going to stop it state only. Then it first shut down, then it goes to stop it state. So then you can start it. So currently it is in stopped state. Go to actions, instance settings, change instant type. So we decided to go to T2 medium, right? I selected it here. So earlier, 1 CPU, new configuration is 2 CPU. Earlier, 1 GB RAM, currently 4 GB RAM. This is old configuration, this is new configuration. Scroll down, apply. Now, instant state, start. That's it, your upgradation completed. Okay, whatever website and everything we are delivering, right? That works as it is. There is no effect to your operating system, your services and all. It will be up and running only. You just need to do basic sanity. You verify whether everything is fine or not. Okay. And so important thing is how quickly we are able to do it. If it is a physical server, as we discussed, at least 1 day. But here within 5 minutes, I am able to upgrade. And I changed my mind. I don't want that configuration. Simply, I can go and I can stop, I can downgrade it. Okay. So the elasticity is rapid. So upgrading resource, downgrading resource is quick. Now, if you gave this public IP address now, it will deliver the output, right? So with new configuration, again, I changed my mind. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to stop it and I'm going to add very higher configuration. See, in AWS, we have lot of higher configurations. I will show you one configuration. Memory. You see this 192 CPUs. This first option is CPU, second option is memory. We are going to get 192 CPU, 1536 GB RAM, right? So we have one more X category. See, 1 TB RAM. 2 TB RAM. 1952 GB memory. See, if we have 16 GB RAM in our laptop, we feel it as a good configuration, right? Just imagine 1000 GB RAM. So from any configuration to any configuration, we can easily upgrade and downgrade this. So that is what this rapid elasticity is. Okay. And this measured service. See, if you observe this server itself, for around 15 minutes, I used T2 micro. After that, what I did, I have upgraded to T2 medium. From last 5 minutes, it is running with T2 medium. Now, I'm going to change it again to another small configuration. Okay. So I'm taking T2 micro again. Apply. You see, again it came to T2 micro. So now how AWS is going to cost us, how much time you are actually using that configuration. I'm using T2 micro for 5 minutes. I'm going to get charged for 5 minutes for T2 micro. I upgraded, I used T2 medium for 10 minutes. I'm going to get charged for the 10 minutes for T2 medium. No upfront cost, right? It's truly pay as you go method. So that means pay for the resources you are actually using. Okay. Pay as you go means pay for the resources you are actually using. Okay. So that's another advantage. And whatever we use, right, it's going to be measured in form of a metric. That is what it is. See, either it may be per GB or per second or per hour or some services per month also. Okay. So per month, per GB, per second, per hour, everything is going to be measured. You will get charged for that measured services only. Okay. So that is also an advantage. If you want to perform same upgradation, downgradation, we don't have that flexibility with our own hardwares. Okay. So these are some advantages. Because of these advantages only, organizations are preferring to go with this cloud computing. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, we can discuss on this technical things. The regular questions we will discuss in some time. Okay, I can see a question from Suresh. Are we going to cover? Yeah, we are going to cover. I will show you the course content also. Can we automate the elasticity process? Yes, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that automation, Usman. See, we have a feature called auto scaling group. The feature name is ASG. With the help of this auto scaling group, we can add resources, we can remove the resources. See, for example, the load is very, very high during a period. So currently, let's assume my application is running with only 2 servers. And I introduce some offer. Lot of customers are visiting my application. 2 servers is not able to handle all the load. So in that scenario, if I implement auto scaling group, right, when load is high, AWS automatically adds some servers. When load is less, AWS automatically deletes some servers. So definitely, yes, we can perform that. And we have hands-on session on that topic as well. Okay. The regular questions again from Shiva. Are we going to cover SDK? Please share course content, explain about vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. Definitely, I'm going to explain that. For change of instance size, the server is going to change. As I see, the server is not working now. See, it's in stopped state. That's the reason it is not working. When it is in stopped state, it won't work. Whenever we start, right, it will start works again. All right, Nikita. Okay. So I can see some regular questions. I will take you through these regular questions. Just give me a minute. See, I'm teaching from last 8 years here in Naresh IT. Okay. So I've seen a lot of questions. So I summarized all that questions and I'm going to take you through those questions. Okay. Right. So the first thing is course content. This is a course content link. I'm going to share this in our chat box. You just click on it. Let me verify. Just click on that link I shared in our chat box. It will open this document. Okay. you can go through this complete course content. So I'm going to take you through the course content probably day after tomorrow. Okay. It's too early to explain you what is IAM, what is EC2 and all. I will give high level introduction first, then I will take you through the course content. Okay. So this is our course content. That's the first thing. And the regular questions I mentioned, right? So first question, how many days it is going to take to complete this course? This course will take around 50 to 55 sessions, not days. 50 to 55 working sessions to complete this complete course. Okay. And there is no hard limit, right? Based on your learning phase only, we can adjust this. So this course is completely hands-on. I'm going to demonstrate here. You have to create your own AWS account. I will explain you how to create also. So in your own AWS account, you have to practice the things, right? Whatever the service we are going to discuss. And this course is completely hands-on. 95% hands-on. Some migration services, I already made some recording videos. You can go through that recording videos if you really required. Okay. So now the first question is, do we need any experience to learn AWS? Right? No need to have any experience. We are going to discuss everything from scratch. We discuss everything from scratch. Even if you are from non-IT background also, no issue. See, a IT background guy also sitting here, a non-IT background also. If you are from non-IT background, you are also sitting next to him only. As he is from IT background, he should not be sitting here, right? He should be somewhere else in a software job. So whether you are from IT background or non-IT background doesn't matter. My responsibility is I will make you to understand the subject. Okay. Even if you gave an intermediate guy also, I will make him to understand the subject. That is what my responsibility is. Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, second question. Do we need any Linux knowledge? Yes. Definitely Linux knowledge is required. Right. How much Linux we really required? It's included as part of the course. If you observe our course content also, here observe, we are going to discuss about Linux. That's the first thing. Second thing, I already recorded a Linux course. You can go to that free Linux course. Second thing. Third, whoever joins is AWS, right? Naresh IT is giving a free Linux course. You can go to that free Linux course also. Okay. So these three options is too sufficient to gain knowledge on Linux operating system. I'm going to teach you from basics. Okay. Whatever you do on your Windows machine for the first time, right? I'm going to explain the same things here with Linux also. Okay. So firstly, you should not worry about it. Okay. So keep that fear aside. I will make you comfortable with Linux operating system. That is my responsibility. Okay. So that is another question. One more question. See, some of you might already have some experience. Some of you might already have some experience with system administration, network administration, or database administrator, right? Systems engineer or production support guys, right? So whatever your existing job and its role is, see, you are learning, you are upgrading your skills. You are learning a new technology, you are upgrading yourself. AWS is not a new technology. Be clear with this. See, even if you observe whatever the examples I'm mentioning here, I'm comparing all with the existing ones only, right? So existing process is simplified. I will give you one general life example. Earlier, if you want to send money to your friend, what is the process? You go to bank, fill up voucher with all your friends' account information and all, you deposit. And is it going to be spontaneous, immediate? He will tell you it will take 30 minutes at least. Then after 30 minutes, and it used to be 4 to 5 hours also, days back, right? So then money will be deposited. But now, if you want to send money to your friend, what is the process? UPI. You take out your mobile, just use Phone Pay or Google Pay, enter his number. So then money, in a second, money is in your bank account. See, both are same, right? See, earlier it's a lengthy process, traditional process, but now it's automated process. This AWS, in this AWS course, you are going to learn that automated process to manage entire infrastructure. Okay. So you are upgrading yourself. So if you have any existing experience, a big yes, you are in the right track. So don't stop. Learn any of the cloud. See, I'm not asking you to learn only AWS. Learn any cloud. Once you complete this course, for what roles you can apply? These are the roles: AWS engineer, cloud engineer, AWS administrator, or operations associate, or cloud admin. These are the job roles you can apply if you complete this course. See, as a database administrator, what you did, you created a database, you taken care about database backup, high availability, user creations. That's it, your job is done. If you are a network administrator, what you did, you created network devices, you configured switches, you configured firewalls, right? You configured VLANs, you enable communication across multiple devices, right? You taken care about firewalls. That's it, your job is done. If you're a storage administrator, you configured SAN or NAS, your job done. But here in this cloud, right, you are going to perform all these guys' job. We will discuss user creation. We will discuss storage maintenance. We will discuss server maintenance. We will discuss hosting solutions. We will discuss network solutions. We will discuss database solutions. We will discuss monitoring. We will discuss logging, right? We will discuss securing the resources. These all modules we are going to discuss. So whenever you are applying as an AWS administrator, right, you are actually going to do 6 teams jobs. That is what automation is. You might hear this many times. Automation is taking all our jobs. How? This way only. One guy is able to do 6 teams jobs. Obviously, these 6 guys, they have to look for another opportunity, right? So they have to upgrade now. So obviously, right? So we are learning the upgraded process. AWS is not a new technology. In fact, it is not a technology. It's just an automated process. Existing on-premise method is automated. Okay. So then another question that is for all operations guys. Another question for a development point of view, developer point of view. You take any job, we will have developer and support guys, operations, dev and operations. If you are into any of the operation side, then it's good. If you're into development side, so will this course helps you? Yes, it definitely added advantage to your profile. I'm not saying it is going to turn your career and all. It will definitely add an advantage. So you are learning new technology. You are going to learn how to use new technology services. Earlier, if you want to configure a database, if you want to store some objects, data and all, you might use on-premise servers, but now you are going to use cloud resources. Okay. So in this course for developers, what exactly we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss Lambda and cloud formation. So this cloud formation supports all these programming languages. Sorry, Lambda supports all these programming languages. Am I going to teach all these programming languages? No, I'm going to teach you the service in and out. If you know any programming language, you can apply that here. And I'm going to explain you CDK, Cloud Development Kit, how we can create a CDK project, how we can deploy the project. I'm going to explain you the entire workflow. but the CDK supports these programming languages. You should know one of these programming language if you want to be expert in this CDK. I can see someone posted some question regarding CDK. I'm going to cover CDK, but what I'm going to explain, how to launch and how to configure, what is CDK, what is CDK lifecycle, how to write your code and how to deploy it. But what code you are using, what programming language you are using, what you are developing, that's completely, it's your responsibility if you are a developer. Okay, that you have to join a Python course or Java course or TypeScript course, whatever programming you are learning there, implement on CDK I explained here. Okay, so that is purely for developers, like for purely for developers. And we also going to discuss CI/CD also as part of this course, right? Here I have written a condition. If you want to promote yourself as a AWS developer, you should have at least one programming knowledge. You should know at least one programming knowledge. So then you can promote yourself as a AWS developer. I'll teach you all the services and how to use that your existing programming experience. That is for developers, right? And another question, do I need to learn DevOps course along with this AWS? See, DevOps also is a automated process only. Okay, it's a culture. Basically, DevOps is a culture. So to achieve that culture, AWS also have services. Instead of Jenkins, right? AWS has AWS code pipeline. Instead of GitHub, AWS have AWS code commit. Instead of Maven or any other automation tool like a Gradle, AWS has code build. So we are going to use completely AWS alternatives. Docker, I will explain you. Instead of Kubernetes, AWS has ECS and EKS. I'm going to explain the ECS and EKS also as part of this course. So all complete alternatives you are discussing here. Even in my project, we are depending on pure AWS automation services only. Why? Because we are partner, we stick to that services. We are not sure about open source tools also, like, okay. So, my architects, they decided to stick to AWS own services only. So here in this course, I'm going to explain you how to perform CI/CD with AWS own services and what are the container services are there. Docker is there. We are going to discuss here. Along with this, I also made some courses on Jenkins, GitHub, and Ansible. I'm going to share these 3 free courses also. You can go through it. Okay. And are we going to have any project? Yes. So we are going to have 5 capstone projects. Okay. Even I made some projects available over YouTube also. Just go to YouTube and search for AWS Avinash Reddy. Go to this channel and here under playlist, okay, we have a playlist for AWS projects also and interview questions also available. Okay. So you can refer this playlist, right? ETL process, web deployment with Lambda, Gateway, and DynamoDB, right? And 3-tier architecture also available here. You see this? So we are going to complete all these projects, right? So as part of this course, I directly don't give you that video, right? You first need to practice. If you have any doubt, you can refer that. Okay. For that purpose, I made that videos. So we are going to have 5 capstone projects and we are going to discuss migration services also. Server migration, database migrations also, we are going to discuss here in this course. Okay. And one more common question I get, right? See, some of you might have some career gaps, right? Or you might complete your graduation, around 3 to 4 years back and you might perform some IT job. Now you decided to switch to AWS and all. So if you are in that situation, so what I can tell you is, see, whatever subject we are going to discuss here, whatever subject we are going to discuss here, whatever tasks I'm going to give on one condition, you see here, if you are able to perform all given tasks, you can add 3 to 4 years experience to your profile. I'm not suggesting you to add, but if you are in that situation, right? If you want to fill up that gaps, or if you want to cover up that non-IT jobs, so you can work hard, you can complete all the given tasks, and whatever the tasks I'm going to give, right? That is, similar to 3 to 4 years guy, real time activities. So I will show you every day what I'm going to do. This is an existing batch one. So generally I take only 2 batches, no evening batches, nothing. Okay. So I work for as I told you, a wide country, like 2 to 4, 2 to night 11 is my office timings. So no evening batches. So if you observe this document, see, I'm going to prepare this document. I'm you don't need to maintain any running notes. You can, right after the session, I'm going to share this document with you guys. You can go through this document and you can read all the things. That's the first thing. And if you observe here, every day I'm going to give some tasks. Okay. If you observe another day, another task. Sorry. Another task. Here, some another day, another tasks. So these tasks, right, not exactly the same as I explained here. It involved with some complexity also. See, if I'm explaining something, if I'm asking you to do exactly same thing, anybody can do it, right? So, but I'm going to add additional things on top of that, the one we are going to discuss here. So obviously, right after the session, you have to spend some time, you have to do R&D, right? Then only you can complete the tasks. Okay. So that is why I am mentioning you can add 3 to 4 years experience and you can cover that activities also. Right. And course duration, it's Monday to Friday or Saturday. We will take a call once batch is finalized. And generally what I follow, first half of this course, I will take from Monday to Saturday. Second half, right? So we are going to discuss a lot of things. You definitely need a bit more time to practice. So then we are going to have break on Saturdays. So that is what I actually follow. But let's take a call once batch is finalized. And 90% of the times it's going to be Monday to Friday. Yeah, it's going to be Monday to Friday. And some Saturdays, workshop or mock interviews, such type of things we can conduct. Okay. And right after the session, see, if you're a classroom guy, I want you to carry your laptop here. Right after the session, you can practice here, or you can go to lab, which is in third floor in the same building. You go to lab and you practice there. We have lab coordinators. Okay. So you can they will clarify all your issues or anything, we are facing any issue with the tasks, right? They will clarify. That is for classroom guys. If you are online guy, okay, we have a practice Zoom meeting link. You can log into that practice Zoom meeting link and you can discuss with lab coordinators. Otherwise, we have a collaboration platform, Slack. So once batch is finalized, you will be added to this Slack channel. Okay. For example, you see this guy is facing some issue, right? He posted and some another guy is already responding here, right? So in similar way, here a question, right? I'm answering it. So whatever issues you are facing, you post it here, we can discuss. So he is facing some issue. I mentioned it, and yeah. So we can use this Slack, for doubt clarification and all. Okay. So you can install that Slack in your mobile phone, and you can use desktop browser based or desktop application also. So it's your choice, right? And we are going to provide course completion certificate and timings. It's 9 a.m. to 10:15 or 10:20 a.m. IST. This is the timings. Okay. And see this course, right? Even if you observe this promotion, what I think I don't have that here. Let me share it. So if you observe this course is pass guarantee on below certifications: Cloud Practitioner, Solution Architect Associate, Developer Associate, and SysApps Administrator Associate. So this course will help you to clear, if you have any plans to attempt any certification exam. So you can clear these certifications by using this course and its course content. Okay. I'm going to share you around 800 to 900 questions. So that is sufficient. And per exam, those questions. So total, I'm going to give approximately 1000 to 1200 questions. That is too sufficient to clear any of these certification exams. Again, it's not really required to do a certification. If you really want to, certification exam won't give you any job. If you're clearing a certification, you won't, there is no guarantee to get a job. It just adds some weightage to your profile. Okay. They demand by even in my current project, we are actually partner with AWS. So to continue that partnership, so reskilling and upskilling is required. So AWS itself is giving some free coupons and vouchers as part of that partner program. And my project, right? So we are pushing everybody to complete the certifications. So it definitely added some weightage. While you are preparing for the certification, right? You are going to read a lot of documents. You will come to know how things works in real time. Yes. Yes. So you observe job descriptions. Yes. Certification is preferred. And some job description certification is mandatory. Right. So if you are doing certification, yes, definitely it add weightage. So these are the certifications I can give guarantee. Okay. And yeah, these are the exam cost. $100 is a cloud practitioner certification exam cost. $150 is a solution architect or SysApps administrator, right? Any associate tier exam cost is $150 that you have to directly pay to AWS. Okay. It's not covered as part of this course fee. And professional certification, right? I don't recommend to attempt directly. If you have enough experience, at least 3 years experience, then you can go with that professional certifications. So while we are discussing the topic itself, I'm going to explain you what certification question you can expect on the topic. Why? Because I'm constantly upskilling myself. So you can even search with my name, Avinash Tipparthi Credly. So these are some my Credly batches. So you can go here. You see, these are Azure certifications. SysApps Administrator, I did it in 2017. Security Specialist 2019. Solution Architect Associate 2018. And Professional 2022. GCP certification, it's already expired. So this AWS certification, right, comes with 3 years validity. Later you have to recertify, otherwise you will get this expired. Okay. And recently I completed these two. DevOps engineer professional completed just exactly a month back, right? So it's valid for next 3 years. Okay. So based on the topic I'm mentioning, definitely I'm going to explain you in what way you can get interview questions, in what way the logic and everything. Even the topic we discussed today, right? We have some certification questions on that topic also, right? If you really interested, I will show you at least one or two. See, I used one word, right? Pay as you go. What is the answer for this question? Pay as you go, pay for the resources you are actually using. Pay for the resources you're actually using. So I'll tell you, maybe you guys are confused with capital expenditure and operational expenditure. CapEx is nothing but amount you need to invest first, upfront, right? That is capital expenditure. Whenever we are going with pay as you go pricing model, do we really need to pay huge amount as an upfront? No. Pay for the resources you are actually using. No need to pay anything as an upfront. So this is valid answer. And it also reduce operational expenditure. Required payment upfront means you have to pay first. So B is not a valid answer. Are we paying anything as without using the service itself? Do we need to pay anything? No need to pay anything. After usage only monthly bill come. You have to pay that monthly bill. And operational expenditure means once, let's take this home as an example. You build a home or house. So to build that house, how much money you require, right? That is capital expenditure. After building your house, no cost involved with that house? Definitely involved. Power connectivity, right? Power connectivity required, that monthly bill will come. And to clean that house, a maid required, monthly you have to pay, right? So a monthly maintenance also required. So these all, we call it as an operational expenditure. Okay. So CapEx and OpEx, we call it as a CapEx. CAPEX. OPEX means OpEx, CapEx means capital expenditure, OpEx means operational expenditure. So whenever we are going with pay as you go, capital expenditure is going to be reduced. I no need to spend huge money. So the answer is A. And D also valid, but A is more, saves more. So we can go with A or C. D, sorry. So that is one question. Another one. Yeah, this is also related to cloud computing only. Which method helps to optimize cost for users moving to the AWS cloud? This you should answer. Read all the options and think, and yes, A is valid answer. Pay only for what is used. Okay. Remember, on-demand self-service is an advantage. Pay as you go, pay for what actually you're using. So A is valid answer for this. Remaining all options, right? See, purchasing hardware before it is needed, what we can do? No. Manually provision, whether you are creating it manually or using a script or using any third party tool, doesn't matter. Purchase for maximum possible load unnecessarily by keeping future requirement also in mind. So we have to launch high configuration server, additional cost. So obviously A is a valid answer here. So these questions, right, not directly related to the topics we discussed today. So in similar way, I have lot of certification questions. I'm going to share all that certification questions also. I have very big list here. You can observe. See, these are all questions. I'm going to share all these questions with you guys. So yeah, you can definitely the certification questions, right? If you go through all that questions, you will learn the subject as well as you can clear the certification exam. Okay. Right. So any other questions? I think I have answered most of your questions. If you still have questions, we will discuss. Okay, I can see one question from Shiva. Course duration during 9 a.m. to 10:15 is a total time for class delivery for day and questions also, right? Yeah. So yes, yes, it's going to be like, till 10:10, we are going to discuss regular technical discussions. Then 15 to 20 minutes, definitely question answers window. We are going to cover cloud formation. No. See, AWS own tool is cloud formation. Both do same work. Both actually do same work. So AWS has its own tool. We are going to cover cloud formation. And along with that, I'm also giving you this Ansible, right? So that also like helps you to automate the things. Is this real-time certification questions? Yes, Sagar. Course fees, Naresh team will confirm on that. Please send today's recording class. See, I am not the one who is going to deal with the recordings. I will just take the session. There is a dedicated team, Naresh admin team. They are going to record the session. They are going to share it with you guys. Running notes or PDF notes. See, I already prepared a PDF document. I'm going to share that. That's the first thing. Second thing, along with that, I'm preparing these notes. You see, today, whatever the topics we discussed, right? I already written that here. What is pay as you go? What is on-demand self-service? What is rapid elasticity? So these all advantages I already mentioned here. I'm going to share this document with you. I will upload now so that you can access this document for you. If you want to recap the things, you can just simply refer that. I will upload that and I will provide you the link. Just give me a second. Oh, lot of data. Okay, let me. It has some additional data also. Don't worry about that. So the document I'm sharing, right? It contains coming session information also. Don't worry about that. This is a URL. You can take a picture, you can write it down, or you can take a screenshot, or you can pick it from chat box. Um, doubt section when see as part of this course itself, we are going to discuss, we are going to clarify the doubts also. Without certification, can we get internship? Yes. See, I mentioned this point. Certification is not mandatory. If you have a certification, it definitely added advantage to your profile. Is it mandatory to have Python knowledge for AWS as most of organizations asking? See, if you want to be under a dev side, yes, it's good to have. But see, I'm not a Python expert, right? So, and even in my project, there is no such type of requirement. So Python is not 100% mandatory, Abhinash. Today's recording class, I mentioned already, there is a admin team, they will help you. Are you planning to start any other batch? No, Suresh. It will definitely take at least 1.5 months to start a new batch. You can go with the recordings, Suresh, if you really want to. I'm a Python full stack student. Am I eligible for this course? 100%, Sagar. Send me admin mobile. Admin not allocated yet, Venkataramya. So even I don't know admin information yet. So that's the reason I'm not sharing. Otherwise, I might update that. Which kind of language required? See, AWS doesn't require any programming language experiences. So that is what I mentioned here as a first thing. No programming experience required. We are going to discuss everything from scratch. So coding not really required. Until unless you're adding, if you want to promote yourself as a 6 to 7 years experience, yes, some kind of automation tools definitely required. But I assume you're not here to, add that much experience. We need to learn DevOps. Soumya's question. See, we are covering already all the DevOps tools here. Okay. So I have done fundamentals and architect course from Canvas. Is it enough for me to get internship as beginner? Yeah, but I'm not sure how good you are, right? So definitely whatever, if you complete solution architect course, yeah, definitely you can, right, Akbar? Only learn AWS, as it enough for yes? Please show me some ways to get into it. What exactly? Akbar, just Google it, you will get it. Right? So, yeah, I hope I have answered all of your questions. So that's it for today's session. Okay. Okay. Sure. Thanks, Andy. Um, am I able to apply DevOps role along with AWS? Yes, definitely you can, Sham. Where do we apply after it? How does gone us to help secure job? See, firstly, you have to complete the course, you have to complete the project, then you have to prepare your resume. So then after you have to upload that resume in portal, then you will get a call. This is a process everybody follows. So if you ask me, show me a way to get a job, this is a way, right? So you have to go to company portal, you have to apply for a job. If anything is suitable, right? You have to depend on portals like Naukri, you prepare a good LinkedIn profile, start applying jobs via LinkedIn, go to companies, career pages, search and apply. These are the ways to apply job, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it for today's session. See you again tomorrow. Thank you guys. You can use same meeting link to join.